Hello again, and welcome to brand new content about TISAX. I hope you will enjoy the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. For more information and the latest blog, visit us at www.tsaxusa.com. Like always, we will jump right in, so let's get started. Before we talk about controls, audits, or costs, it is important to understand one simple question. Why does TISAX even exist? Because once you understand that, the entire framework starts to make a lot more sense. Let's go back a few years. In the automotive industry, manufacturers, also called OEMs, rely heavily on suppliers. These suppliers are not just delivering parts anymore. They are involved in engineering, software development, prototype testing, and sometimes even full system design. That means OEMs are constantly sharing highly sensitive information with external companies. We are talking about future vehicle designs, prototype data, test results, and confidential engineering documents. Now, here's where the problem started. Each supplier had a different level of security. Some companies had strong processes in place, others had very little structure. From the OEM perspective, that created a major risk because once sensitive data leaves their environment, they lose direct control over how it is protected. At the same time, OEMs tried to solve this problem in their own way. They started auditing their suppliers. But here is what that looked like in practice. One supplier might receive one audit from OEM A, another audit from OEM B, and a third audit from OEM C, all asking similar questions but in slightly different formats. This quickly became inefficient, and suppliers were spending time preparing for multiple audits instead of actually improving their security. And OEMs were still not getting consistent results. So the industry faced two major problems. First, a lack of consistent security across the supply chain. Second, a lot of duplicated effort through repeated audits. At the same time, the importance of information security was increasing. Vehicles were becoming more connected, and software was becoming more critical. And prototype protection became a serious concern, especially when early designs could leak to competitors. The industry needed a better solution, something that would standardize expectations, reduce duplicate audits, and create a common level of trust. That is where TISAX comes in. The automotive industry, led by the VDA, developed a standardized assessment approach based on a shared control catalog. At the same time, the ENX organization created a platform where assessment results can be stored and shared securely. The idea was simple but powerful. A supplier gets assessed once, and the results can be shared with multiple customers. No more repeating the same audit again and again. And instead of every OEM defining their own requirements, everyone aligns to the same framework. This creates consistency across the entire supply chain. But there is one more important point. TISAX is not just about checking boxes. It is about creating trust between companies that need to collaborate closely. Because without trust, sharing sensitive data becomes a risk. And without data sharing, modern automotive development would not work. So the real purpose of TISAX is this: to enable secure collaboration across a complex and global supply chain. That is why TISAX focuses not only on documentation, but also on how security processes actually work in practice. Because at the end of the day, OEMs are not interested in policies. They want to know, can we trust this company with our data? Once you understand that, the rest of TISAX starts to make sense. My name is Daniel McLean, and I hope this information will be helpful. And if you need more information or have detailed questions, feel free to reach out to us at www.tsaxusa.com. Thank you for watching, and see you soon for more informational content about TISAX.